I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to The Witcher, the Dookie of TwoAunts. That is the DLC Blood and Wine expansion pack we're going to be diving back into today. I did some questing off stream. I got to level 40. I'll let this guy talk for a minute.
But Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest
Good morning,
man alive
Buck, Jill,
revealed
and
himself to be
Christian.
Not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped
The Isle of Mists. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I keep going with this DLC stuff? Or should I go back to the main quest and try to find Ciri? I haven't done anything over there in a while. I've been kind of just running around, picking stuff up. I found a bunch of ruins. These, I think they're called Hans or Hans. Hansgruber. And there are these fortresses that have been taken over by bandits. And there's about 30 of them bastards in there. But I have a particular set of skills. And have been walking right through them. I did fail one time because I didn't exactly know what to expect. But, oh, I didn't save at a good point. We're going to go ahead and meditate real quick. So that's one of the things that I did, was run around the world and get into trouble. Now, look at the world map here. There's one way up north. I was just riding through the swamps and the mountains and came across a bunch of stuff. Like over here, I just went, okay, there's a bunch of question marks that popped up down here after reading a notice board. And then this stuff started popping up. I'm like, oh, what's over here? So I rescued a guy here. I went into this cave. I found a place of power. And that popped up after I went over here. So that's strange. I didn't see this question mark on the map when I was in that area. And we did find a monster nest, but I did not want to deal with it at the time because it was nasty. But then I just decided to ride all over this area. So we went over here. They were just busy quests, so you guys missed nothing. They weren't interesting at all. There was no like fairy tale connections. like the Little Red Riding Hood one. But I did one quest. You just find this guy in a cave, and he gives you a really shitty sword. And then there's another one over here that you go into, and maybe I have them mixed up. Either way, yeah, this is the one where there's a wine merchant who dies and gives each of his sons one piece to a custom still that he has, and they fight over it, and they send they have the two pieces, the two brothers, and they collude to get the third brother to go into the cave and find this missing piece, and it is in a pool of superheated water, and I didn't realize my health was going down when I was swimming through this pool. It's not that deep, but my health just went all the way down to 0 before and of course Geralt could not get out of the water. So I started to climb up this ledge and fell back in, and then I died. So I did die a couple of times while just exploring this new world. And then I went, I have a magic shield. So I turned on Quinn, went in the water, no damage, and picked up all of this awesome loot and got tons and tons of money. Then I went all the way up north just to see what's up here. We went pretty much this direction. I didn't do anything on this island, but I did get a lot of monsters on my radar. And then we found a statue. We rescued another merchant over here who gave us really good prices. I was selling pieces of equipment for 300 gold. And before I knew it, I had tens of thousands of gold. Then I came up here to one of the Haunts, whatever they're called. Yeah, Haunts base. And I took this one out. That was a really fun fight. And there's another one over here that I went into, and I supposedly cleared this one out, but dogs and bandits kept respawning. So I don't know what's going on with that. I did not get any rewards. There's a monetary reward for doing it. And then I just came down this road, and there was nothing here. There was absolutely nothing on this road of note, which I found strange. There were some bad guys off in the woods. And then I went, you know, there's a path over this way, so let's run through the mountains. Went through the mountains, and 32 degrees F now. That's cold. And I found this ruins, and there are 2 dragons over here that I ran away from. That's why I was on low health with no potions. We got some new equipment. You can see roaches all decked out. And I like the green because it matches my fully upgraded Griffin armor, which allows me to cast my magic twice in a row without waiting for stamina to regen. My stamina regen is extremely high. My Ard is maxed. I have Igni fully upgraded for Sign Intensity. And my swords do, I think, 700 damage. Everyone's saying good morning to each other. Good morning, all of you Boosh McFadden viewers. New meaning to hot tub. Yes, it's a hot tub of death. Nature is off his meds. That's what the weather is like in Texas.
That stench.
Yeah, that's a new enemy. I have not seen this thing before. But we can do the magic trap. Is he just scaring my horse? What are you doing? Get away from Roach, you son of a bitch. So our Yurden, which is the magic trap, is huge now. And we can cast our sign 2 times in a row. And the second time does a lot of damage. But this is the one I really like. Ow. It freezes. And if I get it right, it will execute. Yeah, see, new bestiary entered. Panthers. I've never met these guys before. He's really quick. So up here, there's the dragon. I started fighting that one dragon, and another one showed up, and I was like, okay, fuck this shit, I'm out. And had to run away. But there is loot in here that I want. But we're going to go ahead and fight these 2 dragons. We're going to use our superior tawny owl. We did find white gull, or the components to white gull. Yeah, these 2 things, Slizards. So they're both here. And I want to get, let's get Quinn activated because it lasts a lot longer now. And I want him to come over here. Come over here. Come on, buddy. These guys are really tough. We're not getting our... Oh, there it is. Oh, that hurts. Hard does not seem to be working too well on them, and I'm almost dead. Oh god. So, fire backfires. That's not good. I'll be right back. Let me hide in here real quick. I need to get my health back. Woo! They killed me. We're going to try that again and try to do something else. So don't use fire on them, because it took about a quarter of my health doing that. Here where I live in Oz, it's 38C, so 100F. Bring on colder weather. Well, it's getting, what is it, fall there, right? So basically your sword deals tons more damage. It does, but not against those two things. Those are hero Slizards. They are guarding whatever treasure is in those ruins. I did fight another one that was not a hero, or I don't know, it's like a superior unit. It's a stronger unit than the regular ones. They're only level 38, so it shouldn't be this difficult, because the one I killed before was level 40, and I had a much easier time of it. But there was only one. I hope the treasure is good stuff. I believe it is... Oh, it didn't save after my meditation. Whatever. We're going to go ahead and walk over there again anyway, after we meditate. And I am going to look at the bestiary, which would probably be a smart idea, because I don't know anything about these monsters. All I know is I just killed one of them. It's a Draconid. That's what it's... Slizards. There it is. So they don't like Ard. It didn't seem to bother him at all, or Quinn. We use Quinn as our shield. And they don't like... What is that? Sphagnum? Oh, Grape Shot. Okay, so we're going to use Grape Shot. We are going to use Draconid Oil. I do have a superior Draconid Oil. So let's go ahead and put that on. Oh, that's the Hangman's Venom. There. Oh, we have Enhanced Draconid Oil. So this is the update we got. We upgraded all of our swords and armor. So yeah, that does 409 damage. That does 576 damage. However, 25% of that goes to a crit bonus. So it does more damage. However, I have been using my signs a lot, and I got this. So I had so much money. I know I don't have money now, but I was like, is there anything good from the enchanter that we rescued a couple of episodes ago? Well, I didn't rescue him on stream because it was just a really annoying fetch quest. I started the quest and went, it's going to be like this the whole time, isn't it? So I just took out some bandit camps and then finally got the guy to... I got him in his equipment he needed to enchant stuff. So it says Severance, that's in the yellow text, or orange text, I guess it's orange. Increase the range of Whirl by 1 yard. Whirl is the skill where I just go into this hurricane and slice and dice. It upgraded the range of that. Hallways are really bad places for bad guys to try to fight me. And it says there, after using stamina to cast a sign in its standard mode, the next sign cast within 3 seconds will be cast in standard mode without using stamina. So I can use my signs twice. And the size of urine traps is increased by 40%. We just saw that. If I'm within the area of the sign, I regenerate stamina so I can cast more signs, and the intensity is increased and damage is reduced. That's pretty neat. And we have our sign intensity increase on our sword, and we have Ard intensity increased on everything. I think we have Igni on this. Yeah, that's Ard, so we've got 5 Ard upgrades, and then 1 Quinn, because I do use Quinn. I just wanted to have a little more oomph, and more Igni, and this is both Igni, I believe, yes. So our fire and our Ard. Get me Ard. We're not going to get on Roach, because we're going just over the hill here. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. And there's the panther. Ow. Oh, it didn't let me double cast it. God, he attacked that. That's the whirlwind. But it just works for that one skill. No, not in the R's. That's not what your mother said last night, Trebek. Oh, we don't want Northern Wind. We want... Come on. Where is it? The last one, of course. I went the wrong way. Grape Shot. And... Yrden. It didn't change it. Okay. No. We want Grape Shot. And Yrden. Okay. Basically, my playstyle has changed to the point where I'm just using my alchemy for... Wow, I missed. I received 100 experience points for what? Yeah, I got him that time. Why isn't my set proccing? This is strange. I should be able to spam this twice. Yeah, the Yrden is still there. Oh God!
How long you gonna make me wait?
Why can't I cast it? What is happening? Something's glitching. There it goes. Oh shit, that hurt so much. Oh no, we need our other potion. This is too tough. Where's the filter? Or decoction, that's what it is. Jesus, that fireball hurts. I can't dodge it either. Yeah, they're gonna kill me. Yep, they're gonna kill me instantly. Alright. When Real Connery died, Real Trebek died a week later. We were gonna... his nemesis passed away. He could no longer live. There's no reason to live anymore. I'm not doing too well here, guys. I got him down to pretty low, but that fireball does too much damage. I don't know how to fight these guys. So I think instead of trying to use the sword, I'm just going to keep hopping around and use my magic. For some reason, it was not activating properly. I'm supposed to be able to cast that Ard 2 times in a row really quickly. It's standard mode. That's why it wasn't working. I was not using standard mode. I was using Radial Blast, which is the upgraded version. And just getting a cup of coffee while this loads. And we have to rest again because of course we do. Get off the horse, please. So this is going to be a really painful couple of hours for you guys because this is all that's going to happen, I assume. We need to swap out. Well, let's go ahead and put the Draconid oil on, just to make sure we do that. Let's swap out for our instant health. We don't need cat right now. We do have food. And we want to switch our bomb to grape shot. That didn't really do much. Let's try Smab'em. Smab'em is a blind, so maybe that will help. Contains silver splinters to temporarily prevent monsters from transforming or regenerating. There's another one that does something else. Releases a crowd of deuterium silver that blocks magic and monster magic abilities. So that's not really going to do anything. Oh, come on. Did that same thing again as well. That's okay. Where is the panther? Is that him? Is that you? See, it didn't reload. I don't know what's happening. I did cast it in standard mode. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I can cast it twice. The stamina just isn't there to cast it.
Stench.
Okay, we only got hit once there. Let's go ahead and eat some fried meat. Turn on the tawny owl. And here we go. Let's put one here. And one here. Alright, we're just going to keep doing this. I'm feeling very comfortable about this plan. I like this plan. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, they're being cheap. Fuck you guys. Come back down here. I want to talk real quick. Let's talk. There we go. Hey, bud. If I could please get away from this thing. It attacks 3 times in succession. I'm not supposed to be casting that in its upgraded form. These things are not fun. So that's one dead. Where's your buddy? Maybe your girlfriend? Where's she at? There you are. What are you doing up there? Hey. You just want to hang out up there? Alright, we can do this. Let's try the grape shot. Got it. Let me just keep doing this. I can't hit it. Okay. Well, whatever. Alright, that's that. That was cheap. I don't feel like that was the way things were supposed to go, but we won the fight. Can you please climb this? No. Now time to loot the corpses. As we do. Wow, got a new sword. Oh, cut the head off. Alright. So they were heroes. Love a good plan. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'd say that was a success. Not a very fun fight for you guys to watch. Didn't get to use my sword at all. But that upgraded Ard, that's ridiculous. Very fun. Sorry, I just had a sneezing fit there that I did not want to blast into your ears. You ever drink a little bit of coffee and then you start to sneeze? Kind of like waking you up thing. You walk outside in the sun and it kind of starts waking you up. Monster Wing, Slice Hard Scale, Plate, Red Mutagens, Greater Glyph of Igni. We can sell all that stuff because as far as I'm concerned, I have the exact things I need on my gear. Fully upgraded. Oh yeah, let's look at him by the way. Look at that. He's just looking pimp. This is medium armor. I do have a skill to make this tougher. But we don't have the points to do that. Boosh the Butcher, bugger, I was behind. So I did upgrade one of these because this blew my mind. I know you guys were on stream watching me do this, but we do have another ability point. We got another ability point. We need one for 3, so that's 5. This is one we can open. We're not going to use any of these abilities. The only reason I'm doing this is you see down here, that's level 2. To get that to level 3, we need to unlock 8. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be 6. And I think each of these require... That's another 5. So we can elect this one, and then we need 10 more ability points before we can open up a new ability slot for our mutagens. It's annoying. But we do have the points. Oh, first I need to check. There was magic trap, damage enemies, and this is the alternate sign. I never used that. This is the one I need to upgrade. Magic trap. Slows enemies within 10-yard radius, but it's going to be 15-yard radius. And I think we need to increase its intensity, but you can see we don't have another slot to place this ability in. That's why I need to upgrade my mutation, which we're going to do now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Dosmas, and we will be able to open up another one. That's 5, yeah, all the next levels are going to be 5. So we need 10 more ability points, which is rather annoying. Now there was something over here. Yeah, there it is. There's a chest. Won't let me loot. That may be part of a quest. Speaking of quests, I have the main quest line to do. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into that. See where the closest signpost is. There's up there at Montclair Castle. Alright, we'll go to Montclair. Or Montcrane, that's it. Montcrane.
That's it, Roach.
North and west. I think we can see it, right? No, I can't see it through the trees. There's one right there. So once again, to the dismay of Nyx, we get on our horse, ride 20 feet, and then get off of the horse. As is life. There is a... Where is... Ah, there it is. We're going to investigate a murder. Now, they've been telling me it's a monster. And there are lots of monsters in this world, but some of the people are monsters too. And I looked at the bestiary at this thing, and it looks kind of like Wolverine or Freddy Krueger or something. It could just be a dude. But I don't know.
Damn it. Killer must still be here.
Let's take this dead man's clothes. There's a body.
Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. In the cellar. Gotta be.
Let's look around real quick. Alright, we also killed a Spriggan. Again, it was a hero monster. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, we need to change out our saddlebag. Or trophy, whatever you call it, on the saddlebag. So that's the Slizard head. 10% chance to dismember. Okay, we'll leave that on road, because anything gross that we get from monsters will get attached to our saddlebag, so as we're riding through town, people vomit. Let's put on our cat so we can see in the dark. I did also start no, there's cat. I started the quest for the other DLC. It's just kind of annoying. It's not that great. Hey, bud.
Footprints. Small bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck.
He came from this way, I think. I don't have any idea what I'm dealing with, so I don't even know if this is the right sword. There's nothing in there. It's a nice little wine cellar they got. There we go.
Hurled against the wall with great force.
Stuff creaking back here. A bunch of flies.
Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
So something really strong, it's probably a monster. Uh-oh, cutscene. It's a naked person.
Saw you at the inn.
I don't know if we're allowed to see butt in
Why'd you kill these people?
It's artistic,
Clearly wasn't for
right?
blood.
I assume that ring means something. She's a hungry little thing, isn't she? Look at that. Made a mess. That's what I looked like when I was in a high chair. I assume this might be an Alp.
You are wrong.
I met one of them earlier in my quests. I was looking for the treasure. I was doing some treasure hunting for, I don't know who that is. It's a hooded woman that I saw when I first entered this zone. So she is teleporting. She is probably a vampire. Oh yeah, she's gross. She's an Alp. What are you doing? Block, you fucking idiot. They don't like fire.
Come on, come closer.
So that's just it's a kind of vampire, a new vampire I found. But she's not giving me too much trouble here. There we go. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Yeah, I turned her into Richard Pryor. 500 experience points, that's really good. Monster ear, vampire blood, fang. I got some of her spit and blue mutagen. I met one of them earlier and it beat the crap out of me. I didn't die, but it was a long, protracted fight. So I was already prepared for her.
Waterlogged, both hands amputated. Body was
called an
bordered
Alps.
just as I thought.
Spelled just like the mountains.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it.
Yeah, I wonder what could have taken bites out of it.
Throat.
There were some boobies. Bloody boobies.
Bulging with coins.
That was a hell of a heavy flow. No ball checking, please. No, Jill, if it gives us the option, we will look at his testicles.
Provinces.
There's a
If
coin?
the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
We just killed it. Or maybe that's not the murderer. Maybe it's a servant of the
Body
murderer.
was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger.
No Bruxa did this.
Yeah, no, that's what that's called. So an Alps is a kind of Bruxa, but they appear as you can see, attractive naked women.
Third hand. The spare.
The one I met in the ruins
Except it's
of
clearly
this
not
old
the
prison
victim's.
started
Must have
approaching me,
noticed that
and
they picked everything up.
she was in a cape and
How's
a
this
hood,
possible?
and
Still warm.
I couldn't really tell,
Blood still flowing.
but yeah, she was
Several
completely
monster
naked
species can
underneath.
regenerate.
And as I got closer,
That happened
'cause
to
I just thought it was a
though.
civilian or something.
Well,
Like I did not know that this was going to attack me. She threw off her clothes, or her robe, cape, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, oh my god, she's naked. And then she tried to kill me. It was shocking in the examination.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm?
It did not seem very bothered by the ard
Shoved down
that
the
I was
victim's
using,
throat.
blasted it to
What's the
pieces.
significance?
So I used the magic
Why
trap,
was
and
it
that
chopped up
stunned
into
it for a
pieces?
time and did
Lots of
damage, which
questions. No answers so far.
this Griffin armor is
Need to know about
phenomenal.
The other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
But the stunning allowed me to get in close and use my sword. And then I started blasting with fire, and the fire did a hell of a lot of damage, as you can see what happened with this one here. We're just going to look around for stuff real quick. Take this guy's... Ooh, yeah, armor. That's another thing that's been happening with my gear, is it's taking a lot more damage. So I did go find some diagrams so I can craft my own repair kits rather than paying 500 gold or whatever it is for another one, because it does get expensive. Find Palmerin and ask him to take you to the Duchess. We're going to see the Dookie. Now, we did have a really nice cutscene. I think I may go back at some point and just show you the intro. It's a lot of fun. We help these knights errant kill some bandits. Oh, it's going to be far away, isn't it? Has Geralt have a new scar on his face? Yes! That was part of the DLC. I killed the giant toad that's apparently the king of the Arabs. So the Arabs kidnapped me and put me on a boat. And this fellow, who I don't remember, offered to help me if I said I would help him later on. And I said, sure. So he scarred my face as a reminder. That's what that is right there. If we can look at the inventory, maybe see it better. Yeah, you can kind of see it there on the left side of his face. There's a new scar. I was not shot by Crooks, or whatever that guy's name is. It sounds like an arena. There's kids running around unsupervised. Get the hell out of my way. This is like NASCAR. So all that you guys missed on this quest was
Need to speak to the Duchess.
I showed up
urgently.
in the Dookie of TwoAunts and met a couple of these knights like this guy, Sir Palmerian. Ooh, Riddick is in this game? That's awesome. So this is one of the ones I held back in Velen, and we all rode here together. And as soon as we got there, I was attacked by a giant that I killed, and they were like, "Huzzah! You're one of us now. We're buddies." And it took me to this inn. See, I'm paying attention. Yes, I'm paying attention. Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy? Yes, virtue trumps.
Yeah.
Triumphs.
Virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins. The cutter of Casteldaccia too.
He's not a villain, he's called a heel.
Victory. That's what counts.
Rubbish.
You kids are stupid.
That will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Yeah, get the hell out of here, you little shits. Look at that armor. Ah, it's so awesome. I love the forest green on it. Oh, I also found black dye. I don't know how to get the components to make it. But I want to make all of his armor black instead of brown, because I think that green, it really popped. And the most important thing when playing any kind of RPG type game or open world game, it doesn't matter if your character's strong, it matters if he looks good.
We'll soon see.
Oh, Jill, you would have liked it. When I was on the boat, they took all of my clothes. I was just wandering around in my underwear.
Its tail to confuse it, slow it down.
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
I fought one of these earlier. So, yeah, the whole thing's dangerous. Shouldn't torture it like that. Yeah, take the thing off. Give it a fair fight.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher.
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate.
Yeah, you're killing them for sport.
No knight will gain any glory.
Well,
from
I
this.
also kill monsters for money. Who's going to face this thing?
Who's going to fight the beast?
Was there a ladder? Yes, there was a ladder.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised.
So it's very, very important
trophy.
is
Demands great
if there is a ladder or not. And checking balls. Let's go see the Duchess.
Let's
The
go.
Duck of Death. I can't decide. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier. He was playing Uncharted, and I said I can't decide if this is more French or Italian. But either way, it's pretty gay. Look at that Claymore. That thing is awesome.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first.
Yeah, those things are kind of annoying, but again, like a lot of the monsters in this zone, the Yerden trap really helps. But you wouldn't rug it up too? That's not much of a fight.
Feeling about this.
It's gonna get angry. Yep. It's losing its balls. So it has a bunch of bells attached to it, and it's kind of spazzing out. I think it has Bell's palsy. I'm gonna have to hop in there and save him, watch.
We have to help him.
Called it. Derp.
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for nightmare, the beast heaved its foul girth. Let loose a roar and knocked into earth. And down came the Witcher in one mighty pound to give fight to the beast. Its plans confound.
Yeah, I can't do any damage to it while it's like this.
The Witcher waited till the time was true. Then 12 danced against one, but the monster like
What's it doing? Oh, he's dead. Oh, he died real quick. Maybe we should restart this and see if we can keep that idiot alive. That was a lot of damage. Look at it go. It's burning. Easy. A Horta from Star Trek. I thought the Horta were the servants of the Collective. Not the Collective. What do they call it? The, Odo's people. Oh god, what are they called?
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade.
Yep. I'm well known here, also. People tend to treat me with a little more respect than they do from Nilfgaard, and a hell of a lot more respect from Redania. Redanians are a bunch of jackasses.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Yeah, we're gonna kill it.
It suffered enough.
If I let it live, they're just gonna trap it again and keep putting it in this arena.
The fight is done.
Well, Palmier's dead. I don't know if that was supposed to happen. But he did get himself trapped in a corner with that thing. Shalmar, I think they're called.
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
He's still alive.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help.
Maybe that was just, like, his health bar for staying on his feet? Like a stamina bar, maybe? I don't know. That looked like a health bar to me, and it looked like it went to 0.
Vivian? Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly paints you. She approaches.
Damn, she fine.
Geralt, we must talk. Vivian, you shall talk later in the medic's tent.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Geralt,
talk to your sweetheart.
magnificent, breathtaking.
Your grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished.
And she's got money.
And I'm truly honored.
Oh, she looked away from him.
Hop, hop, for we must make off.
Suck it, noob.
We should talk.
Oh, she looks interested in me now.
Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly,
hey, big ship. Look at my new armor.
Spectacular.
Your grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume
Yeah, it's
suffered
still
a few
stupid
bumps,
though, right? You
scars,
understand that?
and
Do you
bruises,
hear the words that are
but
coming
in
out of my mouth,
return gained
is what I'm
eternal
saying.
glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
About the contract, I'd like some money.
My contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Gay gold armor is always fun to die. Posh, though.
We shall need Damien.
Well, he didn't die. He survived. And my stuff's not gold, it's brass.
Come, we must find him.
It turns out gold, while expensive and heavy, does not make for good armor.
Tell us.
Brass is gay with extra steps. I don't know, I think he looks pimp.
Accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no.
Did Dandelion get with her too? God.
Tell him we regret.
He spread more seed than Michael J. Fox filling a bird feeder.
Handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
That's nice.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
I've seen that roast boosh.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings.
I forget which one that is. I only liked a couple of them. A lot of them were terrible. And some of the comics that get up there, like, your insults suck. Like, they're not funny. Make them funny. If you're going to troll or roast someone, it's got to be funny. You can't just say, this guy's a stupid piece of shit. Like, that's not funny. Gonna need two things, information and access to the laboratory. Yeah, you don't need to know
I examined
stuff.
the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze
Make your own jokes, otherwise
That's
I'll start dropping roast jokes on here. No, I'm gonna tell jokes.
Or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
I'm not making money off of it. I don't give a shit.
Please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring
He's so dark he looks like Idi Amin took a crack binge on the sun.
We've enough trouble as it is. Yet
That's from
we are
Flavor
capable
Flav.
of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached
Yes,
it,
give me money.
let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends
That's Geraldo? Yeah.
Do Witchers usually demand?
He was one of the
that
few
which you
that was
find at
consistently
home,
funny.
Yet did not expect.
The legend's true? Sure.
Yes, Your Grace. The law of surprise. Time-honored.
We shall becant it. The surprises we encounter on a daily basis would be of no value to one such as you. What
You're
awaits at the
rich.
palace
Give me
are
your
legates
crown.
to sign
I'll sell
and
that for some
portraits
money.
of
I'll
suitors from
pluck
far-off
the
lands.
emeralds out of it and
I
put it on my
fear you
armor.
would find little use for either.
I guess those are
Thus
sapphires.
we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this.
I'm gonna get a house? That's cool.
Title to the vineyard.
That's
shall
gonna
be
cost
given
me a lot of money to
authorities.
maintain.
Surely you'll
That's
make
not what I
no
want.
checks while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours
If you won't
only
show
once
me
you
your
have
tits,
slain
give me
the
money then.
beast.
Yeah, exactly.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But, Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery
He
is
gave me a
bungling things
morgue,
again, I
thanks.
fear. Not to be left
Geraldo
unsupplied
was one
for
of the
one
best.
instant.
He got
Yet, in
turned
its mood,
out
a morgue
by
should present minimal
being
problems
mean
to a witcher.
after
What's more,
Patrice's roast.
nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I
do you
accept
mean?
the contract, of course. But as I said before,
It's a roast.
I'll need some
A lot
information.
of them are mean. Tell me about him.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city, there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark.
I'm assuming the big boss is going to be a higher vampire. Luckily, I have something to take care of that.
The city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut purses.
Criminals fear the beast?
What happened to your face?
Take it you've excluded the
You
possibility
cut yourself
that
shaving?
Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me, an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter.
Geraldo wasn't. He was soft. They roasted him. He went into the roasts way harder than his personal humor. Ooh.
Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
I haven't watched Comedy
Someone
Central
went to
in
a lot of
years.
trouble to make him look ridiculous.
I used to pretty much just watch South Park, and
It's
then
not
I
out of
think
the question.
in 2023
Dulac had
it
shady
moved to
dealings with
Paramount
the
Plus.
criminal underworld, but no one
I
ever
still
came
haven't
forth
seen
with
the
concrete proof of any
COVID
misdoings.
special they had. I'm a comedy nerd. Oh, I love stand-up comedy.
How did it start? Who was the first victim?
Crispy was the first to die.
There's a
He
guy,
was famed once for his many
I think his name is
glorious
Jimmy
tournament
O.
victories.
Could be Johnny O.
Then he grew
He
old,
played Jin
hung up his
Yang
sword,
in
and took to
Silicon
wine betting.
Valley. He has a stand-up that's on Amazon Prime that is phenomenal. He talks about his dad. He growing up like Chinese American, and his dad is like full-blown Chinese, and is all. He basically encompasses all of the racial stereotypes that you'd think of a Chinese man.
Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance.
He
was at a feast
grew up
when
in, and his father's
one
a
of
lot
his
older.
fellow
He grew up in this
feast
era
goers
where
noticed he
there
was
were no
missing.
calculators, there were no computers,
Town watch
and
found him an hour later.
moves to America to
his
raise
hands
his son, and his
and
son is
knees
raised
propped against the
American.
town
Like he's
pillar,
into rap
his
music,
sword
you know, he wears
hanging from his
baggy shorts and all this
He
stuff.
had died of wounds
And he
inflicted
goes
with
into
claws,
calculus,
not a weapon.
and he says, "Dad, I need
Blows
this
of great force.
So he
graphing
died
calculator,
suddenly, but the body was on its
scientific
knees,
calculator from
meaning
Texas
someone
Instruments
used
for
it.
my math class."
So it seems.
And his dad's like, oh, okay, you need help. You need help to do math. The Chinese men need help to do math. Okay. And like a couple of days later, Jin Yang's in his bedroom, both victims older knights.
So,
He's in his bedroom
first two
doing his math
victims were
homework, and
knights,
his
best years
dad
behind.
comes in and
The
says,
same could
"Here,
be said of the
calculator,
third.
you a woman
Sir
now."
Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern
If you have
times,
Amazon
knights
Prime or
face
access
new
to Jin
challenges.
Yang's stand-up,
Enterprise
I highly
being
recommend
the
it.
latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir
Dave
de la
Chappelle's
Stitch.
always a good go-to.
Found a
Ricky
coin
Gervais
pouch on
is
his
hit and
body.
miss. There's one of his a couple of years ago I tried to watch. It just
hailing from different provinces of the
it was
Empire.
storytelling,
Delacroix
but
loved
it
coin,
wasn't
true,
good
but had no
storytelling. You
patience
might
for
like
numismatics.
Space Force Booah. Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics. I don't know what that is. Does anyone know what numismatics is? Similarities between the victims.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer,
Yeah, who goes into a
whoever or
wine
whatever
cellar?
it
That's
is,
weird.
Has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if they...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Okay. Why those virtues?
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
Yeah,
You
why
are
are you
forgiven.
gay?
According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly
Oh,
came
we
to
got
espouse
some
them,
Arthurian
none.
legend
In
going on
Toussaint,
here.
we
Lady of the
believe
Lake.
men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers. and
This world is
captives,
probably a
lords
siren or
and
some
servants.
horrible monster.
Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Well, that's all good.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory.
Yeah, I understand you guys
Wisdom
love
by
your
ridicule.
police force, but not all cops are
Generosity
good,
by
so...
a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in
Elephant in the
town.
room, Patrice
See how
O'Neill.
reasoning's
Yeah, he's
right.
dead.
Next murder will be just
It
as
was pretty
surely
funny.
denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an
He died of a
elder
heart
knight.
attack, I think.
At the moment,
I remember
all the
reading
knights of
stuff like,
Everett
oh, you know, he
Tower
was
grounds,
fat because he
or in
was
the
big
palace
into
gardens.
drugs and drank a lot. I
Our
don't
annual
know if
hare
that's
hunts
true.
shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why.
What?
Hang on.
I missed that.
Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim?
It was the
Milton
beast
also
of
knew
Carnabog.
Gilgamesh. Told
The
me so
evil
down
rabbit.
by the river.
Damien! To me,
The diabetes?
something so
Yeah.
obvious.
He
The
was
Peyrac
overweight and
Peyren,
really didn't watch his
Crespi,
diet.
Delacroix and Delac formed the knightly team. It was years ago, but
I knew it was weight related, but I had heard people saying like, oh, he was into drugs and stuff. A team? I don't need a team.
They were a team?
they were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure.
Need to find Milton.
Your Grace, we need to find Milton. Immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a
I
carefully
told you
guarded
these
secret.
guys were gay.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must
Yeah, that's what I
remain
thought,
calm.
Chip. That he never engaged in that kind of behavior.
Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike soon.
I haven't seen any of his stuff in a long time. I couldn't tell you any of his
And
jokes from his
Witcher,
stand-ups.
follow me.
I remember
My
enjoying
gardens,
them.
My night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not
Look
near
at how
my
tiny her
palace.
waist is. That's hot.
Horses? Ready our horses.
Yes, horses. Ready my horses. Oh, is Elephant in the Room the name of the stand-up? Is that why you keep repeating it? Ha! You stepped in poop. Holy crap, she's taking her clothes off. And Geralt just eye-fucked her.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your
Hell yeah.
And it doesn't get wrinkled.
Fuck yeah, she's a party chick.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful!
It's being careful. What the hell are you talking about? Ugh, women. He's thinking, thank God I am gay. That was about 15 minutes of cutscene. I promise, aside from Norm, you won't get a special more... A special more special. I really like Dave Chappelle's stand-up. That's one of the ones on Netflix from a couple of years ago. It's like, you guys don't understand. I'm not against trans people. I don't hate trans people. I hate white people.
Right at home in the saddle.
the wind! Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
Is that Morse code? What are you doing?
Never you are.
He's part of the game.
I probably should have paid better attention.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry.
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other
okay.
option. But time is of the essence.
What are you judging me
so we
for?
shall
Liking Dave Chappelle stand-up? I don't understand.
On second thought, I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up.
Are you gonna take your top off too?
You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish,
Oh, bad foot physics. Look at that. Eesh.
while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Unicorn horn?
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs
Use
around, it's
Axie.
over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
It's not a real fish.
No shit.
Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
This is the
Golden
Duchess,
fish and the horn
as
both
she
contain
ripped
things
off her
clues
pants, or
that will help
her
us
skirt
find
rather.
Nathan.
Now
Once
she's
you have
running
the
around
fish
in
and
her
horn,
knickers.
Find me among the other phoenix egg hunters.
No, I don't have a boss. I'm my own boss.
All clear? Then
I
let's get
freelance, baby. Probably die if I go down that way. You know what? Let's save real quick, because we made a lot of progress. I don't want to lose it. The Beast of TwoAunts. Someone that corporate sent to help you out. They did that to my father. That's actually a real thing that happened. Basically, she was sent to his office to get him out of the office, to get him fired. She was all up in his business. Oh, he left work for this reason or that reason, and would make shit up. Like, he just left the office. He's supposed to be on the clock, and would report to his bosses. One of the things, he's like, my wife was in the hospital. Yes, I left work. What are you talking about? Oh, you can't just leave work.
Were you still a virgin?
Oh, while you're at work, you're at work. You can't deal with family matters while you're at work.
Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the
That
beast.
was right around the,
Hey, folks. Gonna have to
the
ruin
credit
fun.
crunch
Sorry.
helped lead to that.
Who's that?
Because he'd been in the industry for some 30 years and made a lot of really good connections. However, he was expensive. He got paid pretty well for his job. So they sent her to basically spy on him and to get him fired. And he wound up leaving on his own, 2-week notice or whatever, because he just couldn't deal with what they were doing. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Come on, stay calm. Shh. Calm down. Easy now.
I'm gonna have to chase down this horse, aren't I? Oh, there we go. Okay, great. So we had the credit crunch, and banks were losing money.
Well,
They did get TARP, and that helped out a lot. It stopped the bleeding.
Sirs, we
Then
must
there was
teach
a whole
this
bunch
scamp
of
some
just
proper
cash infusions,
sportsmanship.
which they did not use. I didn't break any rules.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
These are not the rules you're looking for.
We won fair and square. We were unlucky.
Anyway,
we must try
so the
to
credit crunch
grab
was
the
going
next
on,
truth.
and they were trying to save money, and he was one of the casualties of that. And
Guns are
he
huge.
was up for a
Better
promotion,
on horseback.
but didn't get it, and they gave it to this guy who I believe was 26 years old. And at the time, I was older than my father's boss. I met him once, and he was a very pompous idiot. Like, he was unprofessional to a level that I'd never seen in corporate America. He made snide comments. He was kind of catty. And he lost something called Comcar.
That's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Let's get our killer whale. Call Roach. She has what she wants. Hell yeah. Oh wait, let's look at her new sword. That looks pretty cool. That'll fetch some nice money. There's killer whale. I'm not seeing it. Oh, is that it? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. There we go. That was one of the tricks that the next administration pulled. Was they were like, look, the economy's turning around after all of this damage that the previous administration did. Well, that administration's policies aren't what turned anything around. They actually drove us deeper into that by about $17 trillion in 6 years. The only thing that started turning around the economy was the repayment of TARP, which is Troubled Asset Relief Program, that was instituted prior to that administration. But you know, a win is a win. Oh, he's so much better. Look, he's turning the economy around. He didn't turn anything around. It actually got a lot worse. All I ever saw him do was implement policies to ensure they maintain. What the fuck are you doing? Okay, I didn't know that was going to happen. Anyway, he just spent money like crazy. And none of the spending helped America at all. And the policies that were passed only ensured that his party maintained power. The craziest thing that they did was, I'd have to look it up to get the name right, but you guys can do that. You've got Google it at your fingertips. Was make it so that the media could say almost anything they wanted. It didn't have to be the truth. And they could not be sued or fired for that because they just said, oh, it's an opinion piece. And a few years later, they fired all of the copy editors at, let's go to this shrine real quick, this waypoint real quick. Oh, it's just north, okay. At the place like the New York Times and the Washington Post, because those copy editors were like, you can't produce this story. It's blatantly false, and you have nothing to back it up. And they say, well, it's an opinion piece. No, it's a lie. What you're producing is a lie. That's not the same thing as an opinion piece. Factually incorrect. But the policies that were passed prior prevented any kind of recourse from happening. They had no consequences whatsoever for what they were doing.
Geralt. Last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours.
I'll show you mine, baby.
I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
What? Begin to groan like a hollow... I begin like a groan hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese. I got no idea. What do you guys think? In a cave, in the palace pantry, begin like a groan hollowed out with ease. Starts with a groan and then ends happily. I think it's a boudoir. Let's say a cave.
Groans, hollows. Could be a cave, I guess.
Now that's just silly.
Of course, it's silly.
If we take road, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green.
Oh.
Mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks.
I thought it
And the
was
key
a
to
riddle,
it
not a
looks
word
just
puzzle.
like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
Did anyone in the chat get that riddle or word problem? Got another ability point. Oh, we got 2 ability points because we were level 40 when we started, so we've leveled up twice. 1,000 experience points. God, look at her. We have not seen Triss in forever, so when I'm done with this quest, I think I'm going to go back to Velen. And, oh, hello. That is a greater vampire. Oh, that would have killed me, sure.
What the butch?
What was that?
Look at the claws on him. He needs to see a specialist for a pedicure. Manicure, that's what they are, manicure. No, I choose some cramped place. I have a feeling this is going to be a really gnarly fight. So I was kind of right. It is a humanoid, but it's not a human.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue.
Well, she did try to kill me.
You've killed 4
naked as
innocent
she
people,
was.
at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
0. Yeah, the conversation's not about me, pal.
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as
Pretty
that?
much, yeah.
I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but
He's dressed like
you're
the...
not
Oh.
the chance.
He's dressed like the Batman who laughs. You're ugly. Looks like the Night Flyer.
Let you kill again. Lost your nerve.
Come here. We have something else for you. I thought I had superior vampire oil, but that'll have to work. And let's see what kind of... Where's our Ikimara? Increased crit chance? No. I forgot what it looks like. I thought it was red. I need to clean all this stuff out. Echidna, is that it? Performing actions consume stamina, regenerate vitality. Alright. Ow. out of that. Got him. Yeah, I thought he looked like Freddy Krueger. In the bestiary, all I have is kind of a dark outline of him. So I was thinking like Wolverine or, yeah, Freddy Krueger. That was not so bad.
You want to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
What the fuck is happening?
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Oh, that's gnarly. It's not over. Nope. I think we'll be seeing him again.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Who?
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order.
Pardon me, but I don't remember you having a giant hole in your chest.
But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear.
Don't
having been
hug
rather
him.
spectacularly melted
He's gonna
into
get
a
blood all
colourless
over my
castle.
snazzy armor.
In
That
somewhat better shape
Big
now,
Ship
as
says
you
is
can
gay.
see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
It's not my fault. Nothing's my
No
fault.
need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think
I'm not going to
that?
ask him how he regenerated. I know he's a
As Deathlock
vampire.
can
That
be
would be
rather
a
stubborn.
stupid
But
question.
you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's
Right.
his name. He's your friend?
You
Lover.
might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am.
His
But
name
not to worry.
backwards is faulted.
I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one night since I got here.
I like
At
that
least three
better
others
than the
before I arrived.
king-looking
For
gold
good
one.
reason, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't like
Understand,
the gold
Dettlaff
armor.
is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of
I
mood.
like the more muted colors of this one. And the gold is not super bright or brass or whatever it is. I wasn't paying attention. There's not some decadent shit who kills for sport to assuage a dryness of throat or dullness of mood. Or what's his reason?
So in
Yeah,
your
I don't care about
opinion,
those other
what are
questions.
his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
He's probably still listening
Despite
to us.
appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
No.
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Okay.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire?
The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Big Ship says I'm listening.
The act itself made us blood brethren.
Yeah, it's not.
A bond so strong humans
poofy.
cannot even imagine.
It's more muted. I
which
prefer
is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent, one they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal
What about Trump?
In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Yeah, can you tell me anything about this
Anything
dude?
specific?
Like, why is he doing
Some
this?
set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games.
I'm not playing a game, man. He's killing people.
Lie, deceive.
He understands enough to know that
Suggesting
killing
he's
people isn't
maladjusted,
bad and that we
venting
come
his
after him.
rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Let's go find him.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all?
Sure.
Sure.
Let us find him.
Yeah,
By the time
exactly.
we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine. All right already. But for now, evidence is
can't-
stacking up against him.
Button down who he reminds me of.
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I
The
prefer
vampire,
you
not-
find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
Oh, you want to meet at the cemetery? Okay. That's not creepy. He's a nimble little guy, isn't he?
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us.
You're
I
late.
fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Milton might not have been as chivalrous as you think. JKD Buck is back. Meet Regis at the cemetery. We're going to look around here real quick. There's something. What's this? Purchasing brief. No, I don't need to read that. Alright. Now, I wanted to go back. Let's go back to Velen and take care. Okay, it's all the way to the east. Take care of the quests in Velen. Just to get them out the way. Oh, we can select them. It'll take me right to the way shrine. There we go. This is one of the ones I started. This is the DLC Hearts of Stone. But I do want to go get Brothers in Arms taken care of. So we'll do that one. It's the main quest. And we are way over level and need to get that out of the way. Oh wait, there's an armor right there. Can't get in. We did pick up a bunch of gear that I do want to sell. There we go. Oh no, this is the Carmelingo, I think his name is.
I've heard report.
I get contracts from him. Yeah, there we go.
Wouldn't mind a glance at your...
I thought I got contracts from him. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't sell anything to this guy.
Well, See you later.
And one of the things I did was went around and played Gwent with pretty much everyone in this town. So I do have the Skellig Master deck, or base deck, and picked up a couple of the Master cards, but I did not get all of them. There's the notice board. Where the hell is the armor? South.
Don't crowd around.
I got very low on cash from doing all this upgrading.
The best steel in.
Sure, pal.
Show me what you have.
And I'm supposed to make coal, I think. Look, it's 682. Good prices. $359, that's excellent. We don't need this stuff anymore. I just bought this because I thought it looked nice. And was trying to get into the Nilfgaard Embassy, but we can't do that. So that's why I got the Nilfgaard trousers and fancy boots and stuff. But they still didn't let us inside. Oh, already out of money, huh? Alright. I think I sold him a severed head. Is that the ghoul? Yeah, the Necker. Greater Jurburger. No. Do you have any coal? Cup prong nickel ore? I don't know what the hell that is. Is that just iron ore? Yeah. Crafting. Tools, upgrades. So he doesn't have, is there coal here? No, just copper. Alright, so this is the wrong place to make. I'm trying to make the dye so I can
see you later.
Make his armor black. And I think it's at the herbalist, maybe. Better ingredients, better boosh. Papa boosh. I was going through one town. I don't remember the name. It's to the southeast of my location here. And I jumped off a ledge like that, like above me right there, just as a shortcut. And I fell down the street and died.
I stalk the
Oh, there he is.
herself.
Is
Welcome.
he just a regular merchant?
Show me what you got.
Damn it. What are these? I've already read that. Is this coal? No. He does have the dye solution. We have 2 of those. We need a couple more. And we just got a bunch of money from the other guy, so that's good.
So long.
There's the herbalist. He's right across the street. Where's the door? There's the door.
Don't crowd around.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump that, because I tend to die when I jump over railings like that.
Shortcut. Be careful you do not trample. A
Hello.
returning customer is a satisfied customer.
She pudgy.
Let me see what you got.
Show me what you got. Alchemy, that's what we wanted. And I don't see any stuff in her inventory that I need. this is one of the things I do off stream, is create this stuff so I can upgrade my mutation. Because as you see, when you go to make it, it takes about 5 seconds to actually create it. And doing that 30 times, dye, black dye. We need Negrito. I don't think you can say that on YouTube. We do have stamps for dust. We do have coal. Oh, we have a bunch of coal. We need more stamp for dust. Let's get 4 of those. If she has it. She does.